Hello everyone. In chapter 1, we know there are two types of variables. One is called quantitative variable, the other is called categorical variable. Today let me use this question as an example to show how to identify if a variable is quantitative or categorical variable. Okay, this is chapter 1 assignment, question number 2. So let me click on this table. Okay. So in this table, we are given several variables, and we are going to identify if a variable is quantitative and or categorical. So let's look at the first variable. The first variable is house ID, and the value of the house ID is based on numbers. So 413400536 as the first value. So if we see numbers, it's easy for us to consider this could be a quantitative variable, but this is not the case. So having numbers as values does not necessarily make a variable a quantitative variable. So the house ID is a categorical variable. So when we see the numbers, how do we know that variable is a quantitative or categorical? So one simple rule is, let's try to do some mathematical operations on those values. For example, let's deduct the first number by the second number. And we need to see if the result is meaningful or is meaningless. So if we use the first one minus the second one, the result does not mean anything. Okay? So that's going to be a categorical variable. Similarly, if we look at the third variable, which is the zip code. So if we calculate 12859 minus 12801, so the result is 58. 58 does not mean anything for the zip code. So that means the zip code is a categorical variable, although the values are in numbers. But if we look at a quantitative variable, so the fifth one, the year built. So let's calculate the first number minus the second number, 1963 minus 1961, which equals 2. So that means 2 years difference. So it means something. The result is meaningful. So the result means the year difference. So that means the year built is a quantitative variable. Okay? So in most of the cases, it's not hard to identify if a variable is quantitative or categorical. But when you see the values are in numbers, you have to be careful. It could be a categorical variable. So again, let's use the simple rule. Let's do a mathematical operation on the values. If the result is meaningless, that means that variable is a categorical variable. But if the result means something, like the fifth variable, year built, that means that variable is a quantitative variable. Okay? So that's how we differentiate a quantitative variable and a categorical variable when the values are in numbers.